Hi folks, I'm Dan and welcome back to my kitchen. Today we're asking yet again, what's in your cup? Kentucky Derby edition!
Start the day, it's time for tea. At lunchtime, it's a smoothie for me. At 5 o'clock, we say bottoms up. Hey there, Dan, what's in your cup?
All right, well, today was supposed to be the running of the Kentucky Derby, but because of COVID-19, it's been postponed to the fall. I still want a mint julep though, so that's what we're gonna make today, with a little bit of a twist, because I'm a big fan of Maker's Mark bourbon, and it's gotta be Maker's Mark, or at least real bourbon, which means it's from Kentucky, but I'm almost out, and not gonna waste the last of my Maker's Mark for a tutorial. So, we're actually gonna do a peach mint julep using Bird Dog peach whiskey. It's a great substitute, gives a little bit something different, and there's a couple little things I do differently as well, so let's jump right in. We want to start with a mint julep glass. If you don't have a mint julep glass, that's obviously fine. Just use like a Collins glass, use a mug, whatever you need to make it happen. And we're going to throw first into that mint julep glass about 6 to 8 mint leaves, right in there. About 1 teaspoon of sugar. And then we're going to do just a little splash of seltzer water. Just a tiny little splash. We're not really trying to water anything down. It's just going to make it easier to muddle. So take your muddler, and we're just going to get in there, and we're going to move it around with the sugar and the mint leaves. We want that sugar to dissolve in a bit. And you're not really trying to destroy the mint leaves. You just want to break down those cell walls to get out the really delicious oils and minty flavors from that. So we're not like trying to go crazy on it. Having a little bit of that seltzer water, and again, the granular sugar helps that break down a little bit more easily. Oh, so good. We're also going to throw in something a little bit, just like a half teaspoon of fresh lemon juice. Just gives it some brightness. And then we get down to the best part, of course, which is our whiskey or bourbon. Now, like I said, I'm using whiskey today instead of bourbon because I'm almost out of bourbon. We're going to use about 2.5 ounces of your bourbon or whiskey. That was 1.5 ounces. There's another ounce right there. Perfect. And then I like to crush my ice up really small. It makes for a better mint julep here. I have one of those freezers that brings the ice out crushed, and it's really bad at crushing the ice. So I then took that and put it in the food processor. But we're gonna put just a little bit in here at first. Fill it up about 2/3 to 3/4 of the way full. We just go that far at first because we're gonna take our spoon, nice bar spoon, and give it a nice full mixing through just so we get that chilled throughout. Now, before we started, I threw in some ice into my cup and let it sit for a little bit so that the cup itself got chilled. Perfect. And then we're gonna just get the rest of this ice here to fill in the top. And you wanna get a little bit of a mound of ice up on top to have a traditional julep look. Some people like to save a little bit of mint for a garnish. I don't believe in garnishes. I think it's just a little too fancy. Joking. But I really actually don't love garnishes. I feel like a waste of time and space. Throw in our little straw there and... Ooh! Yes, sir. That is delicious. Special shout out to my friend Amy Metzler, who actually works at Churchill Downs. We know you're all still having a tough time and really trying to make the best of a situation where you can't actually have the Kentucky Derby, but looking forward to watching this fall. Wish you the best of luck in making your own mint juleps, however you try to do it. Remember, there's really no wrong way to go about it as long as it tastes good to you. Cheers.